Morning all.
Good morning.
It's sadly it's another day closer to going back to Dieppe. So we've left our lovely campsite at the Lac de Longemer, and we've set the sat nav to get us to Dieppe. We're obviously not going to do that in one hit 'cause it's about 500 to 600 kilometers. So we're going to head generally, I think, in the direction of Reims, which is about 300-ish away, and sort of stop wherever we fancy, really. About right. But lovely stay that, wasn't it? Lac de Longemer.
It was very good, yeah. And we're travelling through some lovely woods and forestry.
Yeah,
around
absolutely.
Here. It's really nice.
Yeah, very nice indeed. And we will hopefully show you a bit of pleasant scenery as we drive out of the Vosges and into the flatter land of central France. But stick with us and we'll see you on the road. Fabulous. Quiet overnight that was. Look at that lovely tree-lined avenue. In fact, a double tree-lined avenue. Sat nav incidentally was telling me to turn off right back there and come down this gravel road, but as you can see there is a normal entrance if yours does the same, straight off the road. Shut from November through to the end of March. And coincidentally, not that we knew it when we stopped here, but Soissons is a very ancient settlement dating back to the Roman times, with some sort of religious related places, famous places to see, Gothic style cathedral and a few other religious monuments here. But anyway, the site itself, very reasonable indeed. Less than 20 quid. I think it was about 16 £8-ish. I'll put the details in the link below. And got a map there of the campsite itself, Municipal camping site. So always good value. Normally quite cheap and cheerful. Sometimes a bit rustic, but never been a problem for us staying in them. The water's always warm, which it is no exception here. Showers are good. Loos don't have seats, but they do have toilet paper, which is a plus. They shut the main gate here about 10 p.m. through to 7 a.m, so it's a very secure place, even though we're sort of in the town. We are right up front here, number 14. Run a power cable through to the back of the plug there, which is another reminder if you're travelling to France, then your power is often further away than the pitch. So I carry a 10-metre power cable and a 25-metre power cable for those occasions. And therefore this one needed a longer one, so we've got to get across another pitch to get the power. So make sure you got a longer cable in the van. Plus it's a standard hookup here, not with the European extension, but don't forget to carry a European extension as well, because some do require them. That's number 14 just there, where Resi the moho is. Plenty of room there. And then straight in front of me here, that's the little shower block. Sanitaire, as I say, cleaned thoroughly this morning. Showers are warm, endless hot water, and really everything you need. There is a sort of flotte bleu style station at the back of reception there, where you could drop out grey water, black water, get fresh water, those sorts of bits and bobs. And I think you'd probably pay for a token for that, but we're carrying enough at the moment, so don't need to use that. But lovely set in the woods here, a little bit of a sort of parkland style in the middle of the town. Table tennis table, perhaps looking a bit dated. Love the spectator seating around the edge. Little playground there. But you can see these have got plenty of pitches. They've got sort of, under the ones we're on, they've got a bit of that reinforcing matting that you can sort of reverse onto. I'll show you if I can see a similar one. So not an issue getting bogged down if it rains a bit, as it did do a little bit again overnight. Gosh, we're a couple of days from the beginning of June. Normally things would be warming up a bit, but I suppose up here in northern France we're about 130 miles from Dieppe. So I guess we're still slightly, although to be fair, I think all the good weather's been back in Tenby, where we're heading home while we've been away. So no doubt the rain will follow us back to Tenby. But you can see here, look, plenty of space, gravelly base on the pitches. And overnight it was dead quiet. Some of the usual sounds of the morning town waking up this morning, but really pretty quiet at night. We just come round in a full circle. So we're going on up towards Dieppe today. Again, we'll probably stay in a site. If I can find one with a pool, that would be a plus. Last bit of swimming before we take the ferry tomorrow morning. 10ish, we've got to be there. There you go, there's an example of the sort of stabilised, they sometimes call them stabilised pitches. Just got that matting that gives you something to reverse onto if the ground was a bit soft. And my cable going through the gap in the hedge there and off up to the plug over there. Hence, as I say, you sometimes need a slightly longer cable to get to your power source if you want electricity, of course. Right, onward and upward. Well, there we go. Camping Lassource. Only about 20-25 minutes away from Dieppe. Got some very good reviews on Search for Sites. Nice and straightforward to find. And what a pleasant spot, eh? Look at that. Just pulled onto the pitch. Making sure not to go too far into that lovely little river going by. Well, it is a slight break in the rain and some visitors over the other side as well. Alright, you lot, what do you think? Is the ferry on time tomorrow? What do you reckon? How many stars out of 5 for the campsite? Don't you have an opinion? Come on. Well, okay, I'll ask the ducks. Yeah, they've not got much to say, I'm afraid. Or perhaps they don't understand English. Parlez-vous anglais? No, not much response, I'm afraid. Not bilingual goats either. And so that's the little reception where we booked in. It was, if I just kind of quickly find my app, £23.19. Now they do take Axie cards here, but mine, I haven't got this year's Axie card, so it would have been slightly less than 23 quid. That was with 10 amp electric. Yeah. Oh yes, might have to have a little game of pool later. God, look at that. I haven't played on one of those for a few years. Brilliant. Well, I did obviously find a site with a pool, but there's a cover over it. It's a heated pool, but yeah, sadly there's a cover over it, so we couldn't get in there. I'm sure it can't be far off opening, but I suppose if you were desperate to come here for the pool, you might just want to ring them, see if it's open. But it looks very nice. Oh, there's some more of our friendly goats as well over there. Very nicely set up though. They've got a little cafe down here, which I'll just show you the menu of. Oh, we've already had to sample, of course, their ice creams. Yeah, they do, so you can either sit down or take away back to your van. There's some opening hours there, as you can see, in English. Some good old bar snacks. Read some quite good reviews about the snacks on offer. That's not open. The ice cream menu, which is very important. Magnums galore. I'd never heard of that one. I had a double Star Chaser. It's like caramel and popcorn and God knows what. It was very yummy. A few other drinks, cocktails, non-alcoholic, you name it. Nice little playground, a volleyball net. God, got the lot. And I think it's still a sort of part working farm as well, hence the lovely old building there and some of the animals we've already seen. But it's obviously done a bit of mega diversification because they've put together a really nice little site here. So right in the middle, we've very near the gate there, and then right in the middle got the sanitation block. Got some more pitches there. Somebody just arrived over there. Also on the ferry tomorrow at midday, like us. There's a shower block, male and female sides. Often, in fact, in France, they're often linked. They're often unisex. But all done very well, and it's quite a common feature in French sites. And then, as we've seen, as you will have all seen on many of our films, there's this mix of semi-permanent mobile homes together with some tent space, some motorhome space, caravan space, you name it. They sort of do a bit of everything, which is a very nice way to do it. We've tried 2 or 3. As some of you know, Varangaville was being one of our stops before Dieppe, which was that free park up just very near to Dieppe as well, as this is. But we wanted to top with water, drop the black water out. We wanted to a couple of other bits to do, so we chose to pay today to get a few extra facilities. Hence we've not gone into Varangaville, but do check out the channel for those other films. There's for some of those free park ups that you can get very near to Dieppe. A lovely green area right down at the end here. That looks like somebody's permanent pitch there. Yeah, and then right up with all these pitches up this end as well. Going right up to the end. And it looks like by all the PowerPoints here on the grass in front of us over the stream that They can obviously put quite a few on grass as well, but that circular track there going around as well, but a bit soft for vehicles on this. Camping I think would be fine, but probably a little bit soft it feels underfoot at the moment for full-on motorhomes on the grass. Some very bare necessities in the little shop there at reception. Not much in the way of supplies though, but there are of course quite a few settlements around here where you'd and also supermarkets where you'd grab your essentials. But that's looking back down the stream. Rosie the Moho's right down the very end with all the bands there. You can see there's quite a few pitches here for motorhomes passing through, or indeed staying for a few nights. And on the end of the shower block there, they've even got a fish washing sink, so you can tell what might be in here. It might be a grand fishing spot too, if that's your thing. In fact, I've got a couple of fishing rods at home. I keep telling myself I must put one in the van. I must do a bit of that. Look at that, couldn't be better, could it? Couldn't be closer. I think you can buy a sort of day rod license in most places like this if you wanted to do a little bit of fishing. Try and catch your tea, eh? There we go. Here only for fish cleaning. Brilliant. Bit of outdoor washing up. But very nicely looked after. And it looks like the Blackwater drop and freshwater is by... In fact, they've got a hose attachment there potentially, but they've also got the Chimique, as it's called, chemical toilet, Blackwater drop there, and the station I think has also got, yeah, it's also got fresh water on there as well, and it looks like it would take a token, or jeton as they call them here, which would be available at reception. Not uncommon as well to see these little stations on some of the European sites, and it's got sort of all your needs in there. Your fresh water, rinse out, it's got like a little hose that pulls out, and then black water under the hatch there. So it is a common find on some European sites. And that's really a whistle-stop tour. See some of the lovely old buildings in the back there. But a very well diversified farm, isn't it? And a very nice spot. So if we ask Sigic Truck, what's it saying? It's saying 12. We're where the big orange arrow is, and that's obviously Dieppe port here. So it's taken us around the edge of Dieppe and in the back end, which is probably the easiest way to come in. And it's all of about 12 kilometres, so there you go. That's your distance out, 12 kilometres, 15 minutes, reckons Sigic Truck Satnav. In fact, we're part of the stream diverted. I wonder if it's an old mill wheel somewhere around as well. Or whether it's just the joining of two waterways. Lovely old farm buildings. Visitor parking, there's rubbish and recycling over there. Look at that, a few flag iris coming out. Lovely. You could do a lot worse, couldn't you, eh? You can see on, try and get rid of the glare, you can see we're near a little place called the Petit Appeville, and the blue dot is where we are. So there's some footpaths, the green dots, some footpaths coming out, showing on a fat map here on the app. So definitely a little bit of walking around here as well. And of course, in the distance, there you go, if I slide the map up, we're onto the English Channel there. I'll just ask FatMap as well for a walking route. 4 kilometres it is, 4 kilometres to the beach, if you fancied a stroll. Well, the last night of this spring's tour down in France.
I know. Never mind, there'll be plenty more trips, won't there?
When's the next one?
Oh, next week, if we could. No.
Cool, yeah. Yeah.
No, it'd be nice to go back for some home comforts and to catch up with all our friends and family. So
Of course,
we'll
yes.
be looking forward to that. But there'll be plenty more trips during the summer. I think probably more local. And
Well, as in the UK.
As in the UK. And also, I think we want to do a biggie at some point, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of quite fancy going down Italy and across to Greece and
Yeah. So
doing something even further than our Croatia trip. So yeah,
watch this space. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll announce that when we're closer to planning it. Yeah.
Anyway, Lassource, camping Lassource near Dieppe, 15 minutes away from Dieppe port, and very nice too, isn't it?
It's incredible. Yeah, I'm looking out the window now, and it's just beautiful. With the stream passing by, I mean, what more could you want, really?
Yeah, really nice.
It's
Yeah.
lovely, yeah.
23 odd quid, I think I said, didn't I, earlier? That includes electricity, 10 amp electric. So, great value, as always, great value. French campsite, some lovely facilities. Shame the pool was covered, albeit, well, it has stopped raining now, but so yes, we might have done if it had been uncovered.
Close to a bit of wild stream swimming.
Well, yes, you go and swim with the ducks and the goats just outside the front there, but yeah, yes, I don't know who'd be more scared though, probably the goats. So it's been fantastic as always to have you along, albeit only a very short series of episodes for this trip. We stay tuned as well. Next week we'll do some information about Dieppe Harbour for those of you who are thinking about using the ferry route. I'll show you a little bit of Dieppe and the harbour there and the booking in process and stuff like that if you are planning on doing the crossing. So there'll be a bit more info next week on that.
And also, watch out for our how-to videos. We're going to start a series of how-to videos.
Yeah.
Anything to do and everything to do with motorhoming. So hopefully you'll find those useful.
Absolutely. Fabulous to have you along, guys. Thanks ever so much for subscribing if you've recently done so. Great to have our regular subscribers along as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Yeah, see you on the road, folks.
See you guys. Bye now.